This is FoutsKazuya Part 3. Yodele Olehi. I open this round like I do 80% of the time with neutral jump, and you can see here that it catches that flash roll. Vega is another one of those characters that pushes forward with their moves, so neutral jump a lot of times can catch them. Like down forward hard kick and his little crystal flash. That's another thing that you should keep in mind in general with Goken, how potent his neutral jump is, especially against people that push forward like that. Here's forward throw and a demon flip cross up. Works really well on Vega. You have to assume that he's going to do one of his safe moves, his backflips. So you can't really expect to get the crouching fierce punch EX pump combo out of it. But the crossover demon flip is really potent against him. With all of the setups, after sweep, after ultra, after forward throw. That's always good for Goken when he can pressure someone on wake up that way. The characters that take away his offensive pressure like that really do hurt Goken's game. Here I open with neutral jump again. You noticed earlier that I said that I do it like 80% of the time. I was actually taking a stab at myself. These videos are really good for showing me what I'm doing too repetitively, and hopefully I can catalog that and use it later on. You don't want to do... Actually, the best thing to do in the opening of any round is just to walk backwards, because taking risks in the opening is unnecessary. You can do it, to spice things up, but anytime you're doing the same thing over and over again, the other player will eventually catch on to it and punish you for it.
This is the final round. Fight! And there's the first hit. What'll happen next? This is the one we've been looking forward to. The opening battle for the Galaxy is underway.
This wasn't a terrible ultra here, but I probably should have seen that he wasn't coming in. If he did come in from a slight crossover like that, the ultra probably would have hit him. But there you can see I wound it up and then didn't respond to the fact that he was obviously moving away. May have been too fast for me though. My reaction time isn't one of my strengths, but you can use ultra in response to Barcelona drop, especially if he does it the same way every time. If the Vega player gives you a pattern that you can play into, then you can use it that way. But here, I think Fouts was dodging the walk forward crouching fierce thing that I've been doing, and his dodging that led to me throwing out the bad ultra. Here's the EX Barcelona drop, and I respond with Jump Back Fierce. Um, Jump Back Fierce offers another variable as far as he's concerned. If you always do the same response to Barcelona drop, I believe it can beat anything. There's no one thing you can always do against Barcelona drop. So you do want to mix up your responses to it. And in mixing up your responses, you want to do things that don't get beaten by the same things that beat the other things you were doing. Here, watch Vega. Throws his claw away. I think that Vega actually does that by accident sometimes when trying certain moves. But something interesting about Vega throwing his claw and his mask away is they're real taunts. A taunt is usually risk-free. People do a regular taunt, when they're not going to be punished for it. Vega is actually punishing himself. When he throws his claw or his mask away, that's really saying, I'm better than you, because he's putting himself at a disadvantage, like giving himself a handicap. Look, when I saw that, I was like, oh, he's doing it on purpose. He's really taunting me now. And I was at a see, look at him go. I was at a pretty fair advantage as far as the first to 10 was concerned at this point. So I was really happy to see him do that, because it showed me that he wasn't in a poor mental place. He was still really trying to win, and that makes these videos a lot better for me, I think. But in particular, it shows kind of the strength of Vega's taunts. Vega's taunts are real moves. Like I've seen. I saw a Tatsu play against Mobile once where he was just taunting the crap out of him with Vega, and I think it's actually effective. I don't know if it affected me here, because I did have such a heavy lead, and the reason why I'm doing this, I don't invest too much in winning these first to 10s. Although I don't like to lose, I don't like to get beaten down all the time. But I think that it increased his play level by doing that, because he just started getting more aggressive and started playing in a different way once he started taunting like that. So I think it's a pretty interesting thing about Vega. Unfortunately, it does also showcase one of the biggest weaknesses of Vega as a character. When he loses his claw, he has less range and he does less damage. When he loses his mask, he takes, I think it's 25% more damage, if I remember correctly. It's just awful, especially when you consider how those things just casually fall off during play. You don't really have to do anything special to knock Vega's claw or mask off. So we talked about it a little bit after our set, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that those weaknesses are there and that they're so glaring.